Howdy folks, AJ coming at you again, your resident vintage gamer. And it's Beer 30. Today's selection. Hoodoo Kolsh style ale. It is by the Uinta Brewing Company, which is a Utah brewing company. And I would give that a solid 8 out of 10 right there. Give you a close-up look at that. There's just a little bit of cloudiness to it. I guess that's what constitutes a Kolsh style ale. But it is delicious. Absolutely, it has a sweet aroma to it. Perfect amount of carbonation. Well, I may have to buy myself 6 or 12 of those. So, anyway, for those of you that don't know, this is my series where we just take the time to have a cold beer, or whatever your beverage of choice is, and we just shoot the shit a little bit, which is what we're going to do today. And today, I wanted to start off by talking about something that is in the news the last couple of days, because San Diego Comic-Con just ended, and apparently San Diego Comic-Con is trying to start a lawsuit against our Salt Lake City Comic-Con for the term Comic-Con. Now, what's comical about that, pun intended, is that there are no less than probably 30 Comic-Cons in the United States, and that's just in the United States that use that term. But for whatever reason, they wanted to pick a fight with our Salt Lake City Comic-Con. So, we can only surmise from this that perhaps they feel a little threatened. I don't know why. Our inaugural, and that's only my first beer, so can't blame that. Our inaugural Comic-Con last year drew 70,000 people, or in excess of 70,000 people. Then we had, by the same company, we had our Salt Lake City Comic-Con fan experience in the spring. Excuse me, and that drew over 100,000 people. So I don't know if San Diego is feeling a little threatened, or if they just Salt Lake City kind of got under their skin for whatever reason, but that's who they picked to start a litigious affair with. So we'll see where that ends up. But I thought that it inspired me to just kind of show that I don't give a shit if they call it Salt Lake Comic-Con or Salt Lake Geek Fest, Nerdorama, whatever you want to call it, because if I can go to an event here locally where I can meet all of these individuals that I'm going to show in one place at one time, I'm going to go, regardless of what they call it. Take a look. The lovely and talented Drea Di Matteo, the one and only Peter Mayhew, also known as Chewbacca, the master fantasy artist Jeff Easley, and legendary authors and game designers Tracy and Laura Hickman. So there you have it. That is just a sample of what I experienced at our Comic-Con here. I've never been to the San Diego Comic-Con. I know it's larger. It's the largest. But I'm perfectly happy with what we have here. So if nothing else that they accomplished, I think San Diego Comic-Con accomplished getting our convention free publicity. Because I think that's what it's going to come down to. Because a lot of people that never heard, that even knew we had one, they now know because it made national news that they were suing our convention. So, in any case, thank you, San Diego Comic-Con, because I think you actually probably did us a favor. So, cheers. Anyway, other things that are going on. I made some videos last weekend. One for Mr. Gary Gygax's birthday. And then I made a couple others that I made into a two-parter because it was kind of an extensive video series where I showed some in-game footage from a really old title, Pool of Radiance, and also all the physical stuff that came with it. So I don't know if you guys checked those out, but you can find them there on my page. So I hope you guys are having a good evening with your beverage of choice, and I think that'll take care of this episode of Beer 30. Until next time, we'll catch you guys on the flip side.